What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Sir Jorge the Great, bringing you Week 3's Team Builder for the BBR, better known as the Breedjets Battle Royale. This week we are prepping for Grey and his Vancouver Titangs. Now Grey is an OG Breedjet. He has been there since the beginning. He was with us with the PGP, and I'm excited to battle him this week. I think he's 1-1 or not. He's either 1-1, 2-0, or 0-2. One of the three. Yeah. Anyways, if you guys did miss week 2, there will be a link down below in the description. Or if you guys have missed the entire season so far, and you were just joining us today, there will be a playlist down below, as well as a link to my opponent's channel. So go check him out as well. Anyways, looking at his great team, sort of break down what he has, potentially what is a threat to our team. So the first few Pokemon are going to be with the Weavile, the Keldeo, the Comfey, the Luxray, the Palossand, the Centiskorch, the Goodra, the Skarmory, the Rock'n'Rock Midnight form, and the XQ Cantanian form. So looking at his team, I think his two biggest threats to my team are going to be the Weavile and the Keldeo. Keldeo really does put a hole through our team. Luckily, we have a great counter for it, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But I think his biggest threat is going to be that Weavile, because we just have a really hard time just switching into it. Because when we have a good coverage for one of his stabs, his other stab does hit us effectively. For example, Jellicent, we resist his ice types hits, but we're super effective against, or we're weak against his dark type hits. Same thing with Jirachi. Italian is super fragile. With Togekiss, we can go on the dark type hits, but we can't come in on the ice type hits. So we really got to play around that. I think Passimian being on our squad is going to put a good pressure on him, against him, so that he's like, we have to be worried that he is scarfed or whatever. But yeah, so when I built this team, the first Pokemon I'm going to be showing you is actually going to be the last one. We're almost going to go almost like in reverse order of how I built, because this was one of the last few Pokemon that I was going to bring. Anyways, a few more mentions about his team. Comfey has priority in the form of Triage, so when he goes for a recovering move such as Giga Drain or Draining Kiss, he has +1 in priority. Luxray is a good electric-type Pokemon with Guts. Palossand is one of his rockers. Centiskorch is a really good Pokemon that can set up his Coil. Goodra is a really thick Dragon-type Pokemon. Skarm is a really defensive Pokemon that can set up rocks and spikes and can remove things with Defog. Lycanroc will never miss a move with his Norguard ability, and Eggy is Eggy, just the worst Eggy. So anyways, let's get right into the team. We're 3 minutes in. Let's just mention the first Pokemon. So the first Pokemon we're going to be bringing this week is going to be Surfrelius the Jellicent. I think when we first brought Jellicent as well against Shay last week, we also brought a Cobra Berry. The same thing is going to happen today. We have Water Absorb as our ability instead of Curse Body or Damp. We have the Cobra Berry, as I mentioned. We are the Bold Nature. We're max HP, basically max defense, and then some investment in speed. Now this investment is going to be so that we can outspeed his base 70 Skarmory. I do believe. If not, I'm sorry. It's for his Centiskorch. Centiskorch has a base 65 speed, so I figured might as well try to outpace that if he does bring it. If he wants to bring a more a more bulkier offensive set rather than a fast physical set, so we can't catch him off guard. So we're rocking Willow with String Sap, Shadow Ball, and Scald. So sort of the idea I had here is with the Weavile, I want to burn that. I want to burn him. I want to String Sap him. I wanted to sort of deplenish his attack stat, so he is forced to switch out on us. So if it is Jellicent versus Weavile, he goes for the knockoff. The Cobra Berry will reduce the effectiveness of his knockoff, and then we get to burn him. We'll switch out. We can go for Strength Shot the next turn and try to reduce his damage output as much as possible. So this sort of investment, we take about around 50%, like 51, 52 from a banded Weavile, and if he's not banded, then we take it pretty well. But yeah, it's pretty nonsensical. This Surfrelius set will 100% wall his Keldeo set. That's something we do have to keep in mind. So if he does bring Keldeo this week, Surfrelius will absolutely wall it. There's no way that he can really hit us, and we're always safe to click String Step on that thing. The only sort of way he can be annoying is since we are going to be carrying String Sap, is Goodra can come in on us on our String Sap once he does see it and can get a +1 in attack. But besides that, I really like the combination of Shadow Ball Scald. Nothing got like there's no Pokemon that that appreciates either hit. So one of the two, right? So they're both stab, and yeah, I wanted to bring a more offensive set with like a choice specs, but Weavile being Weavile and it just clicking knockoff or Icicle Crash, or I'm sorry, Triple Axle. Triple Axle is a much better move in my opinion. Either way, it was just it was too risky. I just did not want to lose to Weavile. So that's gonna be our Shifilius set this week. Let me know what you guys think of it down below. But we're gonna go on to our next Pokemon, and that's gonna be Gordo de Oro, our Hippopotas. For just background on the nickname, my grandma calls me that. It means like little fat Goldie or fat Goldie in a sense. So and I just thought Hippopotas really fit that name pretty well. He's rocking the Sand Stream ability, which is a Violite. We are the Impish Nature, which will boost our defense and lower our special attack. We're basically rocking max HP, max defense, a little bit of speed to outspeed the Palisand. We have Rocks, we have Earthquake, we have Whirlwind, and we have Slack Off. Slack Off is really good recovery. Whirlwind, if he decides to set up with like his Scent Discourse, I think he can set up one more time against us. We can just blow him away and bring Dragon a new Pokemon. EQ is good stab, and then Rocks are really... I don't think Rocks are important this week, but they do chip away the Weavile, and they will chip away this Scent Discourse. So, you know, it's good chip all around. If we can Whirlwind things around, that'd be great. But that really isn't our ultimate strategy. But yeah, with us having Earthquake, we really do scare the Scent Discourse, and what we can even do is replace EQ and replace our nature with Weather Ball. So our Weather Ball will become a Rock type move, and the Scent Discourse won't see it coming. But anyways, that's gonna be our Gordo de Oro set. Again, let me know what you guys think down below, and we'll move on to the next Pokemon. Our next Pokemon is going to be Raymasperia, the Incineroar. He's rocking the Intimidate ability, as always, with the heavy duty boots. The heavy duty boots. With the Adamant nature, we're rocking max HP, 156 EVs in attack, 100 EVs in speed. Now, with this investment, we are outspeeding Zero Speed Skarmory. I was going to outspeed Goodra, Zero Speed Goodra, but then when looking at the calcs, it was, I think I had to like run more in speed than I would have liked to, so I decided to opt that out and just go for the Skarmory, which I think is slightly better because the Goodra can hit it with either an EQ or a Surf, and so that's not going to be good for. So like no matter what, the Goodra can hit us pretty hard. So we're rocking U-turn, knockoff, acrobatics, and flare blitz. So the reason why we're rocking U-turn instead of like parting shot is because I'm pretty sure if he goes into Keldeo as we click parting shot, the parting shot will boost attack by one stage of the Keldeo because of his justified ability. So I really I did not want that to happen at all because Keldeo is a free switching on this Incineroar, like no matter what, for the most part. Incineroar is sort of like a good switching onto the Weavile. Once we get the Intimidate off, his choice banded low kick is doing around 50% to us, and obviously it's doing a lot less to us if he's not banded. I hope he's not banded. The booties is so that we can pretty much get free switches in. And then we have knockoff for to remove opponent's item once that Keldeo is gone. Flamus is good stab, and then acrobatics is for that Keldeo in case our item is removed. It's a free 110 base attack. So like again, the Weavile knocks our item off. We go for the U-turn. We knock out the Weavile. Hopefully, then whenever we go back into our Incineroar and he goes, okay, he's a free switch in, we can click acrobatics against it. Because I think he'll think like we'll carry like we'll carry Thunder Punch, but I like the acrobatics just a little bit better. I was going to bring another weakness policy set, but I felt like it didn't work as well this week than it did the previous week. So that was sort of an option I did have, but I opted against it this week. So yeah, that's our Incineroar set. Hopefully he does put some work. Next up is going to be the Hex God, the Togekiss. This I'm still sort of on the edge, and in between games, or in between this recording and the battle, which is happening tomorrow in my time. I may opt out. I might move Defog or Roost or the Thunder Wave for a Heat Wave instead, so we can hit the Skarmory. But let's talk about him. The Hex Goddess herself is also running her heavy duty boots with a Serene Grace ability. We're rocking the Timid Nature with max HP, max speed, and the rest in special attack. So with this, we are outpacing the Skarmory, we are outpacing the Goodra, which I think is, or we're speed typing the Goodra at the very least. And no, I think we are for sure speed typing the Goodra. I don't think Goodra ever wants to stay against us because we can carry D-Gleam, even though it can carry Sludge Wave. I like the T-Wave because we can paralyze the Keldeo, we can paralyze the Weavile, if it tries to come in on us. And then Defog is purely for removal, but I think I might switch that out for Heat Wave. But yeah, that's pretty basic. It's just took it because it's really bulky, and I hopefully it just puts some defensive pivot against us. All right, moving on. As you guys can figure it out, we are bringing Sand this week, so we are going to be bringing our Sand Rush Dragozolt. Dragozolt is rocking his Yachi Berry. This thought really just hit me maybe a few hours ago. I was like, oh crap, he actually might be carrying Triple Axle Weavile, which is a new move from the DLC. And what Triple Axle does, it's a 3 attack. Basically, it's 3 attacks. The first attack is base 20. The second is base 40, and the next one is base 60. Or is it 20, 40, 80? I think it's 20, 40, 80. Something along those lines. No, it's 20, 40, 60. So, but each one is like a 90% chance of moving on. So the first one is 90%. The second one is 90%, so you have an 81% chance of getting both. Right? That's how it works. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. And then the next one is going to be what was 9 cubed? Is it 87%? Hold up. My math kid is going to be disappointed in me. Wow. Apparently I can't even. Yeah, about a 73% chance of happening. I think I said that the probability works out. Anyways, so I might actually switch out the Dachi Berry for something else. But anyways, it's way too long on that. We are rocking the Jelly Nature with 32 EVs in HP, max attack, and then the rest in speed. So with this, we are all pacing. How does this work out? We are all pacing a Adamant Scarfed Weavile in the sand. And with the rest of this investment, we are all pacing max speed Skarmory, I think Modest / Adamant, Goodra, and yeah, so we have Bulk Beak, Dragon Claw, Rock Slide, and Substitute. So Substitute really is for just in case we can get a free turn where he switches out into his Palossand, which by the way absolutely walls us. If he does not bring Palossand, Dragozolt just has a heyday clicking Bulk Beak because nothing likes his Bulk Beak, nothing at all. We have Declaw because I like the stab against the Goodra, and then Rock Slide is good against the Set to Scorch. Fun fact, max defense Skarmory actually takes a Bulk Beak. It takes around 84 to 96%. So we'll basically bring it down to a sturdy. But that's something we do have to keep in mind in case he is a physical or a Rocky Helmet variant. So yeah, I was thinking of bringing maybe Fire Blast / Flamethrower on our commander so that we can take him on just a little bit better. We may switch out Substitute in between recordings. We'll just have to wait and see. Again, I have about 24 hours before I actually battle Grey. So if things do change, I will let you know at the beginning of the battle tomorrow. But yeah, and then finally, our last member of the team is going to be Jirachi. Bless up the Jirachi. Who is rocking the Serene Grace ability, who is rocking the Choice Scarf. We have the Adamant Nature, we have 160 EVs in HP, max attack, and the rest in speed. So with this, we are outpacing a Jolly Weavile with U-Turn, Iron Head, Zen Headbutt, and Fire Punch. So Weavile is his fastest Pokemon, base 125. We are outpacing that for Xerxes. And really his team does not appreciate the combinations of Iron Head or Zen Headbutt. And if they do, is Skarmory, and Skarmory is stupid. It's really stupidly bulky. But yeah, I think Jirachi has a phenomenal matchup this week. I think once Skarmory goes down, we have an easier time beating him. Because again, we just flinch him to death. I think I try to avoid hack as much as possible, but we do have a flinch core. So why not? There's really no harm I mean, there is harm. We'll get a lot of hate, but anyways, that's the point. I am trying to win. So I think Bless Up Jirachi. I think this is our key Pokemon to victory. I think if we do play smart with Jirachi, we can win the game. We can flinch our opponents to death. And I think it's really what the goal is. So yeah, that is the team, guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. I was going to bring in Teleon with Scale Shot and Snipe Shot, but I initially had that was the second Pokemon I had on the squad. But then I said, hold up, Jorge. Let's save Inteleon for the end. If I feel like Inteleon can't fit the rest of the team, then just by all means, put it on the squad, but I feel like that's where we went wrong last week. We put Italian in the squad pretty early, and that sort of put Gordo de Oro on the side when we needed it the most for the for the toxicity, if I can say that word properly. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this. My stutter's coming back, and I hate it so much. I'm going to wrap things up here. You guys do know me as Sir Jorge Tigre. Make sure you are putting the word of Eggy, and we'll see you guys for the battle tomorrow. Sorry, the battle that will be coming up tomorrow. We'll see you then. Bye.